Hello, welcome to Freedom on Fire. This is your boy Bob TV. How you doing today? Just got to get something off my chest. I don't know where to start. I may offend some people. There's some characters that's involved in media right now that are making statements, and they just need to calm down. All right, because this doesn't help anything. First of all, Donald Trump won. He beat out Hillary Clinton. There was no Russian involvement, and just because the CIA, or what I call the CIA, said it, doesn't make it so. They just assume that you trust them. And I don't trust the CIA for a minute. They're the one that has their fingerprint involved with Malcolm X assassination, Bumpy Carter, and all these, the Black Panthers, you name it. Malcolm X, fingerprint, CIA. Drugs coming into this country, fingerprint, CIA. So weapons of mass destruction. These lies going in Libya, lies going about Syria right now. I don't trust the CIA for not 1 minute. And for you to do so would be foolish. They haven't done anything so far to demand your trust. They lie more than they tell the truth, and that's just a fact. So I don't believe this Russian involvement. Now, sure, you might have had some hackers from Russia that hacked into the DNC, that gave us the information of what's going on in our government, especially in our own parties. I applaud those guys. I don't believe in hacking, but I believe in people unveiling the truth and giving it to journalists like Julian Assange to tell us the truth. Now, I don't give a crap who hacked it. All I know is that the DNC, Debbie Wasserman Schultz, the Clinton team, the whole 9 yards, cheated Bernie out of his nomination, and the record proved that Bernie Sanders, 9 times out of 10, would have beat Trump and beat him badly. I said it over and over again. It's not the most important thing is not to beat Trump, not to defeat Trump. It's who can defeat Trump, and Bernie was it. Now that's done. Trump is president. He won. He beat the brakes off Hillary Clinton for his map quest. He learned how to work the maps. That's how you win an election. No, Trump, you don't have a mandate because Hillary got more votes than you do. So you don't have no mandate for crap. You just was smart enough to campaign where she was too dumb enough to not campaign. She don't want to go over to the Rust Belt because it's too beyond me. I'm too elite for that. But you being a billionaire, took the time out to go to those places, and that's how he won, people. That's how he won. Am I happy about it? No. Would I rather have Hillary Clinton as president? No. I thought both of them was fellow candidate. That's why I proudly voted for Jill Stein, because she's smarter than both of them in one finger, but most of America didn't even give her a chance. And the way our system is set up, it is set up for only two parties to get the ascendancy. We are not in America. We are not a company. We are not a government of freedom. We're a government of tyranny. We don't allow other parties or other voices to have a say-so on their vision for the future of our country, and that is bad, and that is terrible. Now let me get off that, because I dealt with that before. He's president now. Now I'll talk to some of my black people, because my brothers and sisters, because you guys, how in the world? What get me is white America, racist white America, nationalist white America, white nationalist or white supremacist America, or just some people who just couldn't stand the fact that Obama was president. When he became president, they went on a movement of stop Obama. The Congress went on a movement of stopping Obama. That was their whole plan. They said what you're saying right now. He is not my president. I got to tell you the truth. You can say that all you want to. You're blue in the face. If you live in America, you're an American citizen. Hate to tell you, I hate to tell myself, Donald Trump is your president. And the only way you can make that not happen, you can say that all in your head as you want. The only way you can do that is change your citizenship. Go to Canada. Nice place. Okay, prime minister. You know, he's just as shabby as the rest of them. Don't let the pretty boy look and the nice soft talk fool you. But it's cold up there. Or you can leave the country. I'm saying if you don't want that man to be your president, that's what you gotta get to do. I don't care, you rappers, you entertainers, all the people who out there blabbing their mouth, He is your president, whether you like it or not. I don't like it, but like Ric Flair said, I gotta love it because it's the best thing going on today. So I cannot dispute that. You cannot dispute it, no matter how many times you say it to you blue in the face, red in the face, back black in the face. He is still your president, and like it or love it, you're gonna have to live with it. Now, do I believe my prediction? I don't think he'll last a year. You know, I don't want to thumbs up and cross my finger because I don't want to see nobody fail. I really want this country to be successful. I want everybody in the country to be successful. Now, I challenge you, you people who are up and uproar. As an investigative, I'm not a journalist, I'm a commentator. I check out all the speeches. I've been to everybody campaign event. I check out the speeches, like the speeches about Donald Trump and the Mexican statement, and the speeches about blacks, and the speeches about Hispanic and all that kind of stuff, and Muslims. I went back and looked at the entire statement. I'm not going to say anything about it. I ask you to go back and don't listen to the snippets. Listen to the whole thing, and then you come back and tell me what you thought about it. Okay? Now, for black people, they call other black people coons, in my book, is a disgrace. I don't use the word, and I'm gonna use it here for your sake. I don't like to use the word nigger because nigger was a word that the white man used to oppress us. So why are black people using the same word to oppress other black people? You're joining them with your language, with your talk on your own people. I don't like to use the word coon. Sometimes I want to call people coons, but then I realize that no matter how many times you change the definition of coon, every white racist, Ku Klux Klan, Nazi, whatever, to them, every black man, woman, or child are coons. So for a black person to call another black person a coon because they visit a racist or talk to a racist, see, you're getting your definitions all wrong. That is not a coon. That is what you call a Uncle Tom. And even that word is out of context. Go read the story of Uncle Tom and you come back to me, you scholars. Go read it and you'll find out Uncle Tom was not what we made it to be in society. What you're really talking about is what Malcolm X says, the house Negro. That's what you're talking about. And we got them at both parties, baby. The house Negroes in the Republican Party, and there's more house Negroes in the Democratic Party. Now, let me make this statement to you real quick. How can I say it? A real supremacist, a real white supremacist, they do not separate themselves from other races. They embrace other races to help them do their bidding under the radar. I want you to hear what I'm saying. That's why when the white man brought their slave to the plantation, they didn't throw all the slaves into the sheds or to the shacks. They had the house niggas come into the house. They trained them. They educated them. Not too much. They didn't want to give them too much education. But they trained them. They educate them to care for the house. But yet at the same time, they had a couple people in charge. We call them Steven. You remember Steven on Django Unchained? You had your Stevens. Stevens were the smart guy, the intellectual. They were designed to help keep the house and to keep the field Negroes intact. So I want you to hear me, because it really sickens me when black people, I don't care who you are, I don't care if you're talking about Steve Harvey, I don't care if you're talking about Jim Brown or Kanye West, I don't care, Snoop Dogg, all you out there calling other black people coons. Now I want to say something to you. I know you probably won't see this. White racists don't have no particular on the kind of music they listen to. But I guarantee you, if you check your record sales and where those sales was made, I guarantee you those same white racists bought your records, went to your movies, bought your clothes, your sneakers and all that. Those same white racists. Did you take the money back? Did you say, I want to have nothing to do with them, I'm rejecting them? No, you didn't take the money back, you gladly took it. And you have a right to. You can't discriminate who you sell your stuff to. So why are you getting mad because somebody went to talk to Trump? Is that your business? Is that my business? No, I don't care about those guys. They do not legislate. They do not shape government. They do not shape policy. What is Steve Harvey going to do about us getting health care? What if Jim Brown is going to do about making education no cost for people making 150, well, for people, period. Education should be all right in America. Healthcare should be all right in America. How are they going to help us with that? See, you're talking about the wrong people. If Kanye West want to go see Trump, let that fool go see Trump. That's his business. He's a grown man. You still going to buy his freaking records. So what's the purpose of all this talking down black people? Get your eyes off that. Get your eyes on Trump himself and put yourself in the position that if he do something great for people, you applaud the man for doing something great. But if he do something to harm the people, you come at him. You don't come at your brother and sister because they went to meet with the man. And you don't know what they were talking about. Other people was in that meeting too. What about Bob Johnson, the guy who used to own BET, own the Charlotte Hornets? Are you saying something about him? Trump wanted him on his staff. Bill Gates was there. Did you talk about that? And what gets me is these same people met with Obama. Now, if these same people met with Hillary, would you call him a coon? Would you call him an Uncle Tom? No, because you think Hillary's for the black people. And if you really look at Hillary's record, and I did 2 freaking videos, one called Hillary is just as racist as Trump, and I went through research and gave you videos and gave you documents and all kind of stuff to prove that she is just as racist as Trump. And then I did another one called Hillary Clinton Don't Care About Black Lives Matter. And I went through over and over research. The problem is, you look at one side. I told you both of them racist. And I just told you a real smart racist embraces black people, use black people to establish their agenda. Now, I will tell you who's the most smartest one. Hillary Clinton would have been the smartest one. Donald Trump is the dumb one. He's trying to embrace people, but, we can smell that a mile. Now, let me get back to this. Talking about your black brothers and sisters because they met with somebody who we say is racist. Now, before that, you caught people like Donald Sterling and all them talking about black people, calling them niggas and everything. You have nothing saying that Trump called anybody a nigga. I'm just telling you the truth. All you heard him say was the blacks. Well, I say that sometimes. I say the white people. I say the black people, the Indian people. Because I'm talking about the culture. But you don't have nothing on record with that man saying behind the scene, nigga, 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 nigga. Spec, scoop, none of that. And if you go back and hear the speech about Mexico, he said Mexico was bringing in their criminals. He didn't say Mexicans was criminals. Everybody got criminals. White criminals just as much as black and Mexicans. But no, you don't go do your research. You don't listen to the whole thing. My mama said when you go to church, you don't just hear certain parts of what the pastor say. When the pastor's done, you go buy that tape, you go buy that CD and listen to it at least 10 times. Because you're not going to get it at one time. And you're going to miss a lot. And I'm telling you, do your research. See, I had the same mind frame as you guys until I decided to do some research on Trump. And I realized some of the things that media shaped him to say, he really didn't say. Now, am I giving him a pass? No. I don't give nobody a pass. I don't give no president a pass. I don't give no party a pass. I give you a chance. If you do right by the people, I'm going to applaud the right thing you did by the people. I'm not going to necessarily applaud you unless I feel like I should. But I'm going to applaud the effort that you did. If you do wrong by the people, I'm coming at you. That's just how I am. That's how Bob TV do. And now I'm coming at you, my black brothers and sisters, for you to use racist word. Bad enough we call people in our own neighborhood, yo, nigga this, nigga that, yo, that's my nigga and all. Bad enough we use a white racist word and we so comfortable with that. I had to fight that, man. I used to use that word more than anybody. Every word I said was nigga. Nigga, let me hold that. Nigga, fix me a sandwich. Nigga, I'm about to wash my car. I use that word, but I stopped using it because I know it was a word of suppression. It was a word of dominance, and it was a word for fear. And it took us out of a class and put us in a class of human beings and put us in the class of animals. It actually means lazy and shiftless. In any color, any person can be considered a nigger. But I don't like that word. But I'm going to use it strong on here because I want you to get it. For anybody, especially black people, I'm not comfortable with white people using the word, Chinese people using, but I'm talking to my black people. For you to use the word coon on another black person, like I said, I had to repent. I had to apologize because I done called your boy, John Lewis, coons many times. Because he sat there and let election slide, didn't say nothing about the robbing of the primaries, and he went and campaigned for the woman who robbed Bernie Sanders out of that nomination and gave us Trump. And I could blame him, but I was wrong for saying coon. And I almost called the whole Congressional Black Caucus a bunch of coons. Because, I mean, I could call them that. I've been tempted, and I probably said that, and I had to repent for it. And if I didn't, I repent for it now. But I could say other words than that. I could say sellout. See, that's the difference. A sellout and a coon is not the same thing. To every white racist, to every Nazi, to every Ku Klux Klan member, to every alt-right, every white nationalist, all of them call all of us coons. I don't care how much money you got. I don't care how much you deal with white people. I don't care how much you kiss up or don't kiss up to white people. From your little baby that got born today to your grandma who just died, they call them coons. There's no preference with no redneck or white. I mean, not redneck, but not all rednecks are racist. I had some redneck friends in school. They're not all racist. A lot of them like, you know. Anyway, for you as black people, especially my black brothers, to call another black man a coon for meeting with Donald Trump, and you don't know what he was doing. You don't know if he was cooning as the word that you use. What you really mean, Uncle Tom. And like I said, you're using Uncle Tom out of frame. The key word is sellout. You assume just because he met with Trump, he's selling the black race out. Martin Luther King Jr.'s son, the third, he met with Trump. You're saying he's selling out the black race. Jim Brown met, Ray Lewis met. Now Kanye West, that's another story. I can say something about Ray Lewis, Jim Brown, Dr. Martin Luther King the third, and I can say something about Steve Harvey. If you go do your research on those 4 people who you're calling a sellout, they have done more for the black community than you, who calling them a sellout, have ever did in your one pinky finger. If you go research the programs that they took their money and invest to train up black young men, to get them out of jail and make them productive in society and help them start their business and help them go to college and help them get into CEO corporations. Until you do something like that, shut your mouth. This is sickening. You don't let a presidential race do that to your own people. Now, I know we on this Stop Trump movement. That's what got us in this situation in the first place. Hillary Clinton and the DNC said we all need to come together to stop Trump during the primaries, during the general election. And I kept telling you it's not important to stop Trump. I kept telling you it's more important to find the right person to stop Trump. And the person who's standing in the forefront stopping Trump right now, going against just about every ignorant, dumb thing that he is doing right now, is the one that you should have been voting for in the first place, and that's Bernie Sanders. Where is Hillary Clinton now? She wasn't even at the Women's March. Them women came out there hoping that she was going to be there, and she didn't even show up. She sent a freaking tweet saying, "Thank you for coming out." While Bernie Sanders, a man, was in the middle of that march, marching and speaking at that event. So you guys got to recognize who is the real con person here. Sure, Trump is the con person. But I'm telling you, you got to look at both sides. Both of them conning you. She have not been to any event since she lost. Any event. Like I said, the smart white racists, they'll bring in the black person. They bring in minorities to help them establish their agenda. And since you didn't establish her agenda, she is gone, ghost. You don't even see her. She was at the inauguration, eating dinner with the Trumps. And I kept telling you, Hillary Clinton, the Clintons and the Trumps have been friends for years, for decades. That stuff that you saw on TV was WWE. It was all entertainment. When they're best of friends. That's how those people in Congress are. They don't want to really bust their behind to do something for you, which brings me to this point. And I'm going to talk about this in the future because we got to get an initiative to stop this. We got to give these congressional leaders, or these congressmen, these senators, these House representatives, term limits. We got too many people that's been in Congress 30, 40, 50 years. The president only get 8 years. Why they get 15, 20 years to be in the Senate? And you know, once they get there, they make 6 figures off the top. They don't have to pay for health care. If they want to get free education, they're set. And when they get out, they still get the same amount of money for life. They get sick. When I leave my job, I don't keep getting paid. How come they keep getting paid when they leave their job? That's not right. Our tax money is paying for Eric Cantor, who lost his election 4 years ago, still paying him 6 figures out of our tax money. And he's been gone. Now he's working at a lobbyist firm, and he sits on some boards. He's making millions on the board and making probably 6 figures at a lobbying firm and still getting a check out of our pockets. Now, you want to talk about something that's wrong, get your eye off these entertainers going to see Trump. That's not important. They can't do nothing for this country, but their after-school programs, I mean, if Trump want to bring that into his administration, to expand it or multiply it, I ain't got no problem with that. Anything that's really, really going to help black people, I'm going to support it. If it don't, I'm not. Get your mind off these entertainers. Get your mind on the real people. We got to fight to make term limits on these congressional leaders, or they're never going to do nothing for you. You got the corporate Democrats selling you out every day. Cory Booker and the rest of his Democratic team just killed the bill that would allow people to get access to cheaper, high-quality medical prescriptions from Canada instead of paying for this high-priced crap here in America. Yeah, your Democratic corporate leader, corporate Democratic, Cory Booker, brother who want to run in 2020, please. Not doing stuff like that. People are dying because of that decision. Right now, this second can't get their medicine. And then you got people like John Lewis and people like Governor Cuomo. Axe the legal aid system. Not going to fund them this year. So how when brothers like me who barely make enough money to pay the rent, when I need thank God I got a service that help me. I sell legal plans on the side. Well, I don't say on the side. I sell it as a business. I sell legal services. So it's money for me. But for you who can't find me, if you're in a legal situation and you can't afford a really good attorney that can get you out of that situation, where you going to go? You can't go to legal aid because they ain't going to fund that next year. That's going to be gone. And I kept telling y'all for 10 years that they're going to scratch the legal aid program. Whatever that costs, they're going to cut it in order to save money for something else. So let me stop on this. I got more stuff I got to do. My brothers, stop calling your brothers coons. You know, stop calling them Uncle Toms. You're using those words wrong. To every white racist, you are a coon, and your babies are a coon. So stop using that. Stop saying Uncle Tom. Read the book Uncle Tom. You're saying it wrong. Sell out, that's a different story. Use it appropriately, because I will use it appropriately. Because we got a lot of sellouts in Congress right now, selling you out every day. So please, let's stop. I'm Bob TV. Peace.